Frank, Hayes, and JJ.
Hit it!
It's time for the Frangie Show on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
Game night. That's the new drug today. Game night. You ready?
I am ready. I'm looking forward to it.
This
is
too.
a big night for U.S. soccer.
I can tell you, I always throw in the I'm not a soccer guy disclaimer. I guess I can quit doing that. People have figured that out by now. But I've seen more people today dressed in their gear. It's really cool. Everybody is geeked up for this thing. People that don't know much about it, present company included, everybody's really excited about it. And it's 8 o'clock, and it's on Fox, and it's prime time. That's as prime time as it gets, man.
Couldn't draw it up any better.
Yeah. So we're gonna win, right, JJ? We're okay.
Yes, I think we will win. My prediction's like a 2-1, 3-1 type victory. Nothing crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I expect us to win tonight.
I've counted up the times in my lifetime, 67 years on the planet and counting, that I have had a soccer game as destination watching. Okay, there was the USA women playing Japan in '99, maybe
China
99. Okay.
Yep, that was the Brandy Chastain took off her shirt game.
Okay, so that's once, and this would be twice. It's the only other time I can remember in my lifetime that watching soccer, getting prepared to watch a soccer game was a destination for me. I mean, destination viewing.
You might have been on the air during that 2014 knockout game against Belgium, or was
And I remember the hysteria.
It was like 4 o'clock in the afternoon, so you're probably on the air,
right? And I remember the hysteria, JJ, of the 14 World Cup and how packed all the bars were and how crazy was it. I remember. It was crazy. It was a good crazy, but it was crazy. But I don't remember, Hayes, preparing to watch a game, setting aside whatever else I had going on. I don't remember that. You haven't had many of those either, right?
Well, the thing is, how often does it line up this well, where it's
We've
literally
never had
8 o'clock?
Ever.
Exactly. So this really is unprecedented. I mean, I do remember getting up early when I lived in St. Augustine, working at the Record to go to a bar that was open to watch. I can't even remember the game now, but this would have been
2002.
It could have been, yeah, probably was.
That was Mexico at 2 a.m. And then there was another one at 7 against Germany.
I kind of think it was the 7 at Germany.
Okay,
it wasn't at 2 a.m., but it was too early for me to be at a bar.
Yeah,
so it was probably
7:30 in the
7
morning.
a.m. Yeah. And but yeah, that's why this feels like a crossroads night, because if you win tonight, forget us, but think of like the 7-year-olds to 12-year-olds that could watch this and really be captivated by it, and have it be something where they're like, this is what I want to do. And again, as soon as this country, as soon as it becomes more of an emphasis being good at soccer, we will be good at soccer. I mean, it's a numbers game, and we have obviously a tremendous amount of population. So yeah, our best athletes may always go to other sports, but I think that could change. I mean, I even think you could get to a point where, a lot of like celebrities they're wanting their kids to focus on soccer, because if you're a prime celebrity right now, which means you're in your 20s, you're part of this generation that is really warmed up to being a soccer fan.
Great point. If you go on social media, the younger folks on social media are really into it. I mean, a lot of people are into it now. We're talking about it. We're starting a show talking about it. But a lot of the younger people are about it. JJ, I thought you made a great point the other day whenever you said this, that we need a premier type American soccer league. I don't know how you get there. I don't know if it'll ever happen, but we need
a domestic league that we can, after the World Cup, be like, oh, well, I still have this team that I cheer for.
I can't wait to go watch my team play.
Not just every 4 years I'm going to get excited about it.
And I will tell you, I can remember, it's the MLS now, I really do remember, and Hayes, you're probably not even old enough to remember this. I know JJ's not. But when the NASL came here, when the Cosmos were all the rage, and the Tampa Bay Rowdies, and Pele was in the league, and we had a team. We had the team in. I know there was hope then that it would take off. And when was that? Would that have been the 70s?
That would have been early 80s, because I remember going to team
early
games.
80s, early 80s maybe?
As real little kids.
The Tampa Bay Rowdies were a thing, man. The Tampa Bay Rowdies were a big thing. And then the Cosmos.
New York Cosmos
were a big thing.
My recollection is the team men did well.
The team men did do well. They had great crowds.
Performance and from a support standpoint.
People were really excited about that. Dennis Violet, I think, was the coach. I still remember that. I mean, I think people were very excited about it. And I think America was excited that it would take off. And it didn't. For whatever reason, I'm not smart enough to know why it didn't, but it didn't. It kind of faded. It kind of faded into the abyss, really. And the MLS has tried to bring it back, to JJ's point, but it's never been. Even the MLS has never felt like it was headed to where I thought the NASL was headed at the time. Yeah, it really. I mean, Pele was in it,
Yeah.
So I mean,
well, we got Messi.
Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty damn cool.
Yeah,
that Messi
you're right.
is in the MLS, but that hasn't started make me watch it.
Yeah.
And I'm like the biggest soccer fan I know, and I just don't watch it.
And you don't watch it. Yeah. So that's the best.
If that's not damning enough,
So all right. So I got a lot of things I want to get to. A lot of NBA happenings I want to get to. I got a thought or two about baseball I want to get to. I want to pick your brain about Denzel Aberdeen, what's going to happen, what should happen. Well, as always, we're loaded with stuff today. But let's start with this. Again, you made the point. I've been thinking about this ever since you said it yesterday because I didn't know this. But Bosnia is not as good as us, but they're bigger than us. I'm repeating everything you said, so stop me if I get it wrong.
You got some big boys we're playing tonight.
They're tall up front,
physical,
and
they're going to try to punch us in the mouth.
And so they want to make it. They want to make it a game. And again, listen to me like I'm talking. I'm repeating everything JJ said. But the point is, they got a bunch of big guys. They want to make it a low scoring game. They'd love to win on a header from a corner kick because they got a bunch of 6'5" guys. So that's the storyline for people that know what they're talking about more than you and I do, right? So JJ, having said that, because I thought about this coming to do the show today, is it widely accepted and expected that we will be okay? We'll counter that. We'll outrun them.
Oh yeah, I mean, we're heavy favorites.
Heavy favorites. So when they're doing a talk show in London and they're doing a talk show in Madrid. They expect us to win.
But there is that thing that they'll mention in all those countries is that it is still the United States. And we've only won one knockout game in the entire history of the World Cup, and it's been over 20 years.
One ever.
Yeah, and we also have not beaten a team from Europe in 13 matches. This is a team from Europe. So everything like historically is going against us, but just this team, this place, hosting the tournament, everything is going for us right now, but historically it's not.
We just need one guy speaking to the team tonight, and that's Kirk Signetti.
Hell yeah, I would love that.
He should be the coach, but even though he's not, that's awesome. But I mean, I really do think this is think about what you just said. For knockout rounds, for people that's an elimination game. We in our sports tournaments we call it single and double elimination. Yeah, and in World Cup soccer it's called knockout. Means the same thing. In all the elimination games we've been in, we've only won one
in the World Cup.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's what I meant. I mean, in only.
It's the first time we've ever been favored, is what I heard.
Ghana in 2010. It was probably close odds wise, but you're probably right.
So how many knockout round games have we been in the World Cup? Ballpark.
Probably about 6 or 7.
Okay, so we're
8, 9.
So
we're
essentially we're probably 1-7.
Yeah,
we're one at this round.
We're the Indiana Hoosiers.
Yeah.
I mean, at this round we're 1-7,
and we only beat Mexico, which I always say this. That's like an SEC team beating another SEC team in the college football playoff. It's cool, but it's like it doesn't feel the same.
All right.
We beat Mexico all the time.
All right, so I'm going to take a break, and then we're going to kick off the show by talking a little bit about this game, the significance of it, something I'm going to expound on something you just said a minute ago, Hayes, about little kids and the generation. So I'm going to talk about that coming up. Where they might go if they win this game. So all that comes up. So a little bit of soccer talk to start the program, because I think it's what everyone's talking about. I do want to get into the NBA. A lot of teams have been active today trying to rebuild their teams. It's interesting how the Lakers in full rebuild, and it's an interesting rebuild. Celtics as well. We'll certainly talk about that. How about the Marlins? How about the Marlins coming on? Do you realize the Marlins won 20 games in June?
They have a really young, good roster. Yeah. And you can watch most of those guys at the Jumbo Shrimp, really.
Yeah. Hayes, they won 20 games in June. There's only 30 days in the month. I mean, think about that for a second. I mean, the Miami Marlins So Alcantara, they're not going to fail. Now they don't move him, right, JJ? Do they now not move him?
I mean, I probably wouldn't. Especially with the new 3 wild cards get in.
Yeah.
I mean, it's so early in the season. You can definitely get in.
So we'll get into that. I want to get into Denzel Aberdeen. I got a lot of fun stuff to get to today. But let's talk some soccer to kick off the program. A big, big night tonight for U.S. soccer. Glad you were with us on this Wednesday. Our Wednesday is always brought to you by my friends at Coyle & Sons, the best fence company. Man, they're all out at the Bregan Baseball Complex at Fort Family Regional Park. There's more Coyle trucks out there now because they're redoing all our fencing. Who else would we call other than the best in town? This is 1010XL and 92.5 FM.
It's the ride home with the Frangie Show. From the Harrell and Harrell studio, don't settle for less than you deserve.
What is this?
Jacksonville Sports Radio.
We have hope. Rebellions are built on hope.
With the power to save the planet. Or at least sports radio in Jacksonville.
They are requesting a call sign. It's
1010XL.
Frank Frangie here. Nimnik Chevrolet is proud to be a 9-time Chevrolet Dealer of the Year recipient, the only dealership in Northeast Florida to ever win this prestigious award. Well, it's earned by treating customers with courtesy, respect, and fairness, all part of Nimnik's Treating You Right guarantee. Now, look, I've been buying my cars from Nimnik forever. That is a true story. I started in 1982 buying my cars from Billy Nimnik Jr. God rest his soul. He taught me how to buy a car, and I've been doing it ever since. I trust my friends at Nimnik. They care about the community. They care about their customers. They do it right. They've supported our charity, Walk Off Charity, so many times. I really do appreciate them. If you want to buy a car, you want to be treated right, not just when you buy the car, but after the sale as well. Well, that's what they do. They care about their customers. They care about this community, and they care about treating you right. So who has put in the most years and stands behind a better experience? That answer is simple. Nobody but Nimnik. Visit their showroom off Cassett or go to nimnikchevy.com. Chevrolet, together let's drive.
You ready to try your luck tonight?
At Best Bet, always, especially one-card poker.
One card? That's it?
One card. I mean, it's fast action, big excitement, and every hand could be the winner.
Okay, now this is my kind of poker room.
Get in on the action with one-card poker at Best Bet. Great games, great food, and the best poker atmosphere in town. See you at the tables. Visit bestbetjacks.com. That's bestbetjacks.com.
Attention contractors. Stop wasting time dealing with permits yourself. Use PermitRockstar.com. Their permitting platform helps contractors cut permitting delays by up to 80%. Stop waiting and start building with PermitRockstar.com.
Hey, it's Matt Hayes. Warmer weather, longer days, lighter meals, more time outside. Summer gives weight loss a head start. Awaken 180 gives you the plan to make it happen. Ride the momentum with Awaken 180, the official weight loss program of summer.
Rick Ballou for Coy Dental. That's right, Carlson Dental is now Coy Dental. Dr. Lee has been practicing there for 9 years, has purchased the company. The Coy Dental team still has the same great dentists and staff. And remember, if you get nervous visiting a dentist, don't. There's never a problem at Coy Dental. With light sedation for cleaning, then deep sedation for all your restorative needs. Coy Dental, located in Bartram Park.
One of Beard's Diamond's most popular events ever is back. It's Christmas in July. Right now, for a limited time, you get as much as 40% off anything in our showcases. Yes, that includes engagement rings, fashion rings, earrings, bracelets, bands, pendants, colored gemstones. This is the annual store-wide sale that everyone loves, because you get December prices in July. Up to 40% off store-wide. Don't miss Christmas in July. Exclusively at Beard's Diamond at the St. John's Town Center and online at beardsdiamonds.com. Shop local. Shop Beards. Santa Claus normally avoids Florida this time of year, but not this year. Christmas in July is happening right now at Beard's Diamonds. Get up to 40% off now through July 27th. Beard's showcases are stocked with all new fashion jewelry, exquisite colored gemstone pieces, and the best selection of diamonds in North Florida. Rounds, emerald cuts, princess cuts, cushion cuts, ovals, from a half carat to 10 carats and more. Come and find the perfect engagement ring now at Beard's and save up to 40%. Beard's Diamonds at the shops at Town Center and online at beardsdiamonds.com.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still, present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch.
Back to a Coyle & Sons Wednesday. Since 1927, they've been around the block and probably fenced it, too.
They do so much of the fencing out at our ballpark, the Bregan Baseball Complex, Fort Family Regional Park. They've done some personal stuff for us. They're just really good at the job. They've done it since 1927, as you just heard. The number to call is 904-356-4821 or CoilJacks at CoileJacks.com to find out more about the best fencing company in town. Frangie and Carline with you, JJ LaSelva. You're going to be off tomorrow, so enjoy. What are you going to do? Anything fun? What are you going to do?
Probably just hang out, take it easy, lounge by the pool.
Why don't you say what you said during the break?
I'll be at the Nocte adult pool getting drunk.
Thank you for that.
Yeah.
I mean, why keep that from the list? Why would you keep that from the people?
I just didn't answer specifically as I did in the break.
See, that's what he said during the break, and then he cleaned it all up when we came back on the air. I don't have time for the clean up stuff. So
Nocte pool party, baby. Put me down for 3 or 4 of those.
I love the sound of a nice adult pool.
It's so great.
I don't need those kiddies.
It's so great. Well, and that's the thing. Like the way they constructed it, like there's still a lot of kids on the property. But it really is to where you don't hear part of it. They've got like music playing that's not overly loud, but enough that it sort of drowns out. They really did a fantastic job when they constructed this, and it's great. It's got its own bar. It's fantastic.
So you're gonna have a big time, and you deserve it. So I hope you have a fun time doing that. No question. All right. So they play tonight. People expect that the U.S. will win their, as JJ said, a prohibitive favorite to beat Bosnia. What then, JJ? Where obviously they go to the round of 16, but where would they play? Who might they play?
We actually, this is like a new round that we're playing in tonight because they expanded the World Cup. So this has never happened before. The furthest we've ever gone, not counting like the 30s when it was a completely different setup and there was only a few teams in it. The furthest we've ever gone is a quarterfinal after we beat Mexico in the round of 16. So even if we win tonight, this won't be the furthest we've ever gone. It's a new thing, whatever. But if we win tonight, which I don't even really like overlooking Bosnia like that because they are a team we need to respect. But the game on right now as we speak that just started is between the teams we would we would play.
And we want Senegal to beat Belgium.
Maybe.
Okay.
I mean, Belgium, Senegal, to me, it's a toss-up and who's better. But yeah, I probably would agree with you. I would rather play Senegal than Belgium. But they're both really good.
We'll be the underdog regardless.
Yes, probably. Okay. Maybe not against Senegal, but if we play Belgium, we'll definitely be the underdog in that match. The reason I'm not sure is because us being on home soil, I don't know exactly what that would do with the odds makers. It definitely helps us. But I think even in that scenario against Belgium, we'll probably be slight underdogs.
Okay.
They have really elite European talented guys that have been playing at the top level for a really long time.
So you don't really care who wins this game?
No, not really. And like I said, I don't even want to like put it out into the universe that like, oh yeah, this is who we're playing next. It's just we
take care of business.
Yeah, we're not that country where we can overlook anyone. Like we're still at that level of soccer as a soccer nation. I should say.
Where's your level of nervousness compared to Miami Notre Dame?
Okay, well, that's an interesting question. I was thinking about that on the ride over here this morning, that because we are not expected to win, I'm not nearly as nervous as I am for Miami last year. Right. I was nervous about every game because I was like, we could go to the playoffs. Right. I never thought we could win the national title until honestly we beat Ohio State.
Right.
But I was like, man, I'm nervous about this game because it could be embarrassing if we lose to the casuals, and it'll just have to hear it, and it'll just be annoying. But because I don't think we have a chance to actually win this tournament, I'm really not that nervous. Yeah. But by the time the ball kicks off, I'll be a little bit, like a lot more than I am right now.
I'm going to assume, Hayes, even the most diehard U.S. soccer fans, this doesn't trump for them their college pro team. I'm guessing
until it gets to that. Well, if it ever got to that level, I would trade a Miami national title for a World Cup.
Okay, good.
Just because I've seen one.
And by the way, that I would not have guessed that.
And that's big for me.
I would not.
Just because, wow, the U.S. to win the World Cup, to me, I think I'll die without seeing that.
And by the way, for people that don't feel that way, that doesn't mean you're not patriotic. It means it just means you've rooted for your team your whole life, right? Yeah, and so I can tell you,
it just seems so unobtainable. for us to actually win the World Cup.
Yeah, yeah.
Miami could win the national
Just like
title.
it seemed unattainable for the Indiana Hoosiers to go
Yeah.
16-0 and win the national title in football.
True.
That's right. So when we were playing Canada that Sunday morning for the gold medal, and everybody's up watching it, right? I can't tell you that winning that game would have been more exciting for me than Jags, Gators, Pirates. It wouldn't have been. But if you take if you take one of those teams winning a championship off the ballot, man, I was pretty caught up in it. I mean, I don't know if I'd have been depressed if they lost, but I'd have been, dang it, Where were you on all this?
I think that it's a remarkable opportunity for our country from a sports standpoint, and it feels like this is the chance to do something really special. We're probably not going to host again until the earliest 2038. We know that. So you don't get that many opportunities. I'm actually really worried about the team tonight just pressing, because all the pressure is on them. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
Yeah, I got it.
And they don't have a lot of success to fall back on. So if they get down 1-0 early, like England did today, but England's got the pedigree to collect themselves, and they've got a superstar.
Harry Kane.
Right. And so they come back and win the game 2-1. That's my concern, is that this team is just – and the coach has done a great job, but I did get a little bit antsy when he started saying, hey, you guys, talking about the media, you guys haven't given us any credit for winning our group.
Right.
Like, I don't want the head coach talking like, now he apologized.
Yes, I agree with you.
But like, it just adds to like
He
the
seemed
pressure.
nervous.
Correct. And that
He did
always
seem nervous.
Players always feed off of the coach's energy. And so I am nervous tonight that they're gonna, they're gonna be so hyped that they're not gonna play at their maximum level.
Especially because we've gotten, to your point about nerves, we've gotten that early goal all 3 games in the group stage. And that, I mean, I don't have to tell you guys what an early score means for any sport, but like you can just relax. Yeah, you could just relax a lot more. But, we haven't had it. And then there's a whole different level of nervousness in a group stage game and a knockout round game. Group stage, you could draw a game. You could even lose a game and you're not out of the tournament. But now is really when it matters most. And if it gets late into the game, you haven't scored, or if you're down 1-0, it's, I would love to see like how these guys respond in a situation like that.
So let me ask you this. Let's say they win. And for the sake of the conversation, win again. Because that's certainly possible. It may not be conceivable to many that they could win the thing, but they darn sure could get to the round of 8
quarters,
which is pretty spectacular. So let's say they make the best run they've ever made in men's soccer.
And that would be.
Yeah, right,
even though they win in 2002, I would say
better,
this would be the best.
So let's say they did that. You asked the question, Hayes, you made the point earlier, how exciting it could be for this generation of soccer fans, because the young people really care. And JJ, you made a good point about we needed a good domestic soccer league. Well, the reality is, and I want to say this the right way, I don't want to tick people off, but once you get beyond the youth level and you get into the fan level, it's not a big deal in our country at any level. I mean, in colleges, college football is gigantic. College basketball is gigantic. College baseball has gotten pretty big. The College World Series people talk about. College softball has gotten pretty big.
Gymnastics.
College gymnastics people pay a lot of attention. Our friend Lauren Brooks is always paying attention to that. Women's basketball is all over ESPN. College soccer's never moved the needle. Not at all.
The good players actually don't play in college.
Well, then maybe that's – and again, there's a lot about it I don't know. But it'd be just
But yeah, you're right.
The sport itself. So that's – could we get to where maybe it starts with that before it gets to a domestic league of significance?
Well, and the other question that I had that's sort of in line with where I think you're going is, if, let's say, the next soccer prodigy was born in Little Rock, Arkansas, wherever in America.
Yeah, right.
The next soccer prodigy is an American. Would that potential not be realized? Or if we did have...
Like, would we be able to find him, you're saying? Like, what do you mean?
Well, like, let's assume he's in soccer and he's playing at an unbelievable level.
Mm-hmm.
And it's clear that this player is, for his age, way accelerated from anything that we're used to seeing. As an American, would that kid still get developed as well as he'd get developed in Italy or
That's
Brazil?
what people are all
Because
saying.
you can't squander potential.
Exactly.
Like if that kid is born here, and hopefully you have 3 or 4 of them, but if that kid is born here, we have to do whatever it takes to maximize that star power.
And that's what Landon Donovan's been saying. I don't know enough about the youth system in America and how it differs from everywhere else, but I know it's completely different. And Landon Donovan's been like at the forefront of this, complaining about how terrible we are at producing talent and letting, like, you know, Frank's charity, kids who don't have the money, they can't play in these travel tournaments with these teams and whatever it's called. It's just like it's so expensive to play youth soccer at that level. Over in Europe, man, if you're good, you ain't paying nothing. You know, you're going to be if you live in London and you're good enough, you're going to be on one of these London clubs' under 10-year-old team. They're going to put you in their academy and have the schooling for you and because they're trying to get one of those stars, you know, so they're willing to foot the bill. So it's completely different in America. That's why you see guys like Pulisic and Reyna, when they're at a young age, they go to Europe.
Yeah, Pulisic.
Like they've been playing in Europe since they were teenagers.
Pulisic is from Hershey, Pennsylvania.
Right.
And by the time he was 15, he was playing in professional leagues in Europe.
Exactly.
I mean, he was 15. So there's no chance he was ever going to go play collegiate soccer
Hell
in North
no.
Carolina.
No.
I mean that's the point. That to your point, Hayes.
And we also don't have a domestic league in America where those kids can grow and thrive. Like it would be way better if we could just flip on our TV and watch a young Christian Pulisic playing for our local team. But it's like the infrastructure and how it works with the MLS, they just never do a good job of
And
that.
to that end, circle back to tonight because we're 3.5 hours away. Can a deep run change any of that, or is that just how it's going to be, JJ?
I think so, but I don't think until the MLS really gets serious and gets with these other leagues that, you know, Sporting Jacks is in, and they create a pyramid system, which with relegation and promotion, like literally every legitimate league in the world, then no one's going to take them seriously. It's just going to be like, you know, the league where the older guys from Europe come and play and they come for a paycheck and it's taken not that seriously. Another thing that's different from the MLS is they want to be so American that they have the playoffs like we do in all of it. Well, listen, in every other league in the world, they don't have playoffs. You start week 1, you play every team on your schedule, home and away, and it is what it is. At the end of the year, whoever's in first in this, that's how every league is. MLS wants to be different. They want to be like, they want to appeal to Americans. Well, listen, appeal to soccer fans in America. They don't do enough of that. Like they don't try to appeal to the soccer fan who watches the Premier League, the Champions League every single week like I do. Like, make your league more like them, and I'll buy in.
That's a great
Until
take.
then,
By the way, I had no idea.
stop trying to like appeal to the Frank Frangies of the world. They're not going to watch, dude. I'm the person you need.
Right.
Yeah, that's a really good take. I didn't know. I knew we didn't have promotion and relegation in any of our leagues, but I didn't know that their leagues didn't have a structured playoff system.
Well, they do. Well, no, the other ones, yeah. It's just if you are number one at the end of the regular season or the only season, then that's it. You win the league. Simple as that.
Yeah, I did not realize. I didn't know that. I mean, because it is in America. Before long, just everybody's in. I mean, every
exactly
every
half the teams get to the playoffs.
I mean, every league. I told you this before we were talking about college football. Here's what you're not going to have. You're never going to have a league in America, college or pro, start inviting fewer teams to the postseason.
Yeah.
No, you're never. I mean, everything we've watched, everything. I mean, I can tell you up until 1969, the World Series was the winner of the American League versus the winner of the National. Did you realize that? Up until through 1968, I was 10 years old. That if you had the best record in the National League, you won the league, you won the pennant. And if you had the best record in the American League, you won the pennant, and you played in the World Series. There were no play. I can still remember as a little kid how controversial it was. I can still remember how controversial it was when baseball said, here's what we're going to do. We're going to split up into divisions. And even if you have the best record in the division, you have to play in another series before the World Series. I remember people going,
It's the end of the game.
What are you doing?
It's over.
We've ruined it. You know the first team to ever win the National League West? National League West.
Was it the Braves?
The Atlanta Braves. Look at you. The Atlanta Braves.
I know that they were in there for a long time.
Did you know they won the first ever playoff?
I did not.
They won.
That gives me very ACC vibes with Stanford.
It does. They won the NL West and lost to the amazing Mets, who went on to beat the Orioles. So there you go.
And then they had the wild card, and now we're at 3 wild cards. And like you said, it's just expansion.
Yeah.
So, like, the MLS obviously wants to appeal to Americans with the playoff system.
That's really
Just
interesting.
get real, man. Act like every other league.
If we win tonight, when's the next game?
I'd actually have to look that up.
Is it? But it's 4 or 5 days.
Yeah, it's all.
Oh yeah, it's less than a week now. Now games are coming quick and fast. By the way, Senegal has scored.
Yeah, Senegal's up 1-0.
But to your point, Hayes, it's not today or tomorrow. It's not tomorrow. The next day.
Because again,
it's the 6th.
That's
so
very
it's
American.
Monday.
Okay, so
Monday at 8:00.
So what is so huge about tonight? Think of the millions of dollars in exposure and television media exposure that the U.S. soccer program will get if they win tonight.
Mm-hmm.
And they get 4 days,
right,
where they're the biggest story in the country,
right,
going into that next game. That's the kind of thing, because it does feel like, again, it's not always that the father's a great athlete and the son's a great athlete too. In fact, that normally doesn't happen, but there's a better chance than probably just a regular person. I think you're seeing it. I think the Mahomeses of the world, that generation of superstar U.S. athlete that is accomplished
Antonio
in
Freeman's
football.
son.
Right.
Yeah, and
he plays for us.
Right. Like, to me, that's what could be really interesting, is when you start to get a generation of great American athletes that have made a lot of money in football, baseball, basketball, that they put their kids into soccer.
And
like, that's
a
where
great
that's
point.
right.
It
Because a lot of these guys are from a former professional player. Like Erling Haaland, you see him for Norway scoring all these goals in Man City. His dad played, professionally in England. Like, that's just how it is.
Yeah. And a final thought about what you just said. Yes, it gets people, maybe better athletes playing, to your point. More certainly heritage athletes playing. But I got thinking about this too. How many people I've seen today in their red, white, and blue gear? Well, and everybody that doesn't have it on is seeing all their friends with it on. If they win tonight, how would you like to have that concession? How would you like to be the
work at Fanatics?
How would you like to be the person selling USA soccer gear between now and Monday?
Oh yeah,
they've already had trouble. I've heard. Like I think it was Nike or whoever's making the jerseys. Exactly.
Well, what if they win tonight? Because this is the first game that everybody's talking about.
Right.
So if they win the game that everybody's talking about, it'll be interesting stuff. So we'll certainly be watching tonight. We'll take a break. I want to talk some NBA after this, so stay with us.
The Frangie Show from the Harold and Harold studio. Don't settle for less than you deserve.
Streaming live from the XL Digital Studios. Polished by Harbor Dental Care, the locally owned smile restoration experts.
What if the next roof you put on your home was the last one? Not another replacement in 15 or 20 years, the last roof. Metlock Roofing is Florida's only manufacturer and installer of this exclusive roofing system. Engineered for strength, built for Florida weather, backed by a lifetime warranty. Imagine never needing another roof. Call 938-9933 or visit metlokroofing.com. Get your last roof today with Metlock. License number CCC 1335581.
Frank Frangie here. These days, it's hard to know which companies to trust. But when it comes to banking, I trust South State Bank. South State truly values its customers, and they work hard to create meaningful, lasting relationships. I love going into my local branch. I see the same smiling faces I've seen for years. South State is the largest bank headquartered in Florida, so they're able to offer all the banking services you need. You can trust South State Bank. Banking forward. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
When you're hungry, go big, and more importantly, go to Dailies, where they got anything and everything to tantalize your taste buds and fill you up. At Dailies, our barbecue beef brisket sandwich is slow smoked to perfection, tender, juicy, and full of bold flavor. It's the kind of sandwich that truly satisfies. Try the barbecue brisket sandwich at Dailies. Meanwhile, some favorites never go out of style. The Duval sub at Daly's is stacked, loaded, and made with the bold flavor you want in every bite. Fresh ingredients, big taste. It's a local favorite. Grab the Duval sub today at Daly's. Or maybe you just want a delicious chicken sandwich. Some choices just work. The chicken sandwich at Daly's is crispy on the outside, it's juicy on the inside, and it is full of flavor. Perfect for lunch, perfect for dinner, perfect anytime hunger hits. So grab the chicken sandwich today at Daly's. Daly's is made fresh, it's made local, and Daly's is built for big appetites. I'll see you there today.
Soccer fans, Michelob Ultra is going to pay somebody $90,000 to go to the FIFA World Cup 2026 final and bring the Superior Player of the Match trophy. Yes, I'm being serious right now. It's got some weight to it. This is the real thing, people. Michelob Ultra, $90,000. FIFA World Cup 2026 final. You watch the match, you get the honor of carrying the Superior Player of the Match trophy. That's a soccer fan's dream come true.
Enjoy the beautiful game with a cold Michelob Ultra, the official beer of World Cup 2026.
Spend an evening with ACM Award winner Rodney Atkins.
Makes me want to take a back road.
July 17th at Thrasher Horn Center. Rodney Atkins, blending traditional and modern country.
Everything you do, so I've been watching.
6 #1 radio singles.
Out up in the country.
Get your tickets for Rodney Atkins at Thrasher Horn Center now at thcenter.org.
When it comes to orthopedic care, experience matters, and teamwork matters even more. At Orthopedic Specialists of Jacksonville, our fellowship-trained specialists work together to treat a full range of conditions, from knees and shoulders to spine, sports injuries, and joint replacement. You'll be guided by the right specialist for your needs, with coordinated care and personalized treatment plans designed for better outcomes. Smarter care, faster access, trusted expertise. Orthopedic Specialists of Jacksonville.
Everybody's doing it. ET's doing it. You know I'm doing it. Our business manager's doing it. I know our listeners are doing it. Listen up. St. Augustine grass homeowners, topdressing.com season is here. Michelle did it 4 weeks ago, and now she's saying, my grass kicks ass. Her words, not mine. But it's worth it, man. I came back from vacation this summer, and the lawn is looking lush green just like Ireland. Get to topdressing.com today or call 888-850-1850 for your free estimate. Topdressing.com.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farah doesn't flinch.
Back to a Coyle & Sons Wednesday. Since 1927, they've been around the block and probably fenced it, too.
We sure appreciate our friends from Coyle & Sons, the best fence company in town. Coyle & Sons, visit them today or call them today. If you get a chance, you'll be awfully glad you did. If you need a fence, 904-356-4821. You know what happens, Hayes Carline, who hails from the Bowl School, when you don't have to pay LeBron James?
What's that?
Well, you pay Walker Kessler 4 years, $130 million. You pay some dude named Sandro, who I have no idea how to pronounce his last name, 4 years, $52 million. You pay Quentin Grimes 4 years, $60 million. You pay Colin Sexton, who I remember from Alabama, 2 years, $19 million. Okay. The total money there, $250 million they committed today. They committed LeBron says, hey, guys, I'm moving on. Thank you for everything. Good to see you guys. Tell Nicholson I said goodbye. And then they committed the next day $250 million. Now that's over years.
Right, sure.
But that's what you do when you don't have LeBron anymore, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, obviously they had to pivot. JJ, it seemed like the kind of the storyline going in was that it wasn't a great free agent class.
Correct.
Has any team been able to greatly change their fortunes in a positive direction so far?
I don't think so. I think it's been a lot of role players just leaving one team and going to the other. Like all those guys that he just named.
The Lakers gave up 2 1s for Kessler.
Yeah.
That he got a lot of money, man. I was shocked by that.
Well, he's second in the league in block shots behind Wemby.
And they don't have a center.
And apparently the story I read today that they're now building it around what the hell Luka wants.
Yeah,
and
they should.
As they should. And Luka said, "Give me a real center, not just or get me a real center."
He loves roll, that pick and roll to the hoop. That's his game.
So they spent 2 first-round picks and $130 million over 4 years to go get him Walker Kessler, Kessler is a dynamic shot blocker. I mean, he's next to Wemby, he's the best shot blocker in the league. He's an offensive rebounder. So what I find interesting is to your point where you were going with that, JJ, it's a bunch of role players.
Yeah,
okay?
but that position specifically killed the Lakers last year, not having a center.
Yeah, they thought Ayton would be a good player, and he just turned out to be a guy. But it was interesting. The Celtics are trying to do the same thing. Mitchell Robinson, who's just a guy, but he's also 7 feet 250. And he was in that rotation for the Knicks. He
was the only guy for the Knicks in that rotation that was actually drafted by the Knicks.
The only one.
Yeah.
But he's a physical guy. But
he's the guy in the finals who really couldn't shoot the free throws. Bad.
He looked big and clunky, but he's a big physical
Good
guy.
player, though.
Well, when they had Porzingis, it looked like they'd have the Celtics. I mean, it looked like they'd have a normal team, normal size center, normal size small forward.
But he is always hurt.
Yeah. So now they're trying. They're like the Lakers. They're trying to get a real center, and Jaylen Brown staying. What do you think? What's your guess? He's not going anywhere, is he?
I think that there was that report that came out yesterday or maybe the day before that like they had him out there, on the trading block, and they weren't getting nearly as much in return as they thought that it was worth.
Yeah,
and so they're gonna just have to keep him. You're gonna have like a kumbaya sit down, I'm sure, with the front office and Tatum and Brown together and everything. And honestly, I think Brown's a mature enough guy to play this next season with the Celtics for sure. But in the long term, no, he's got to go somewhere else. But next year, I think he's a Celtic.
Do the Magic have a plan at all? Like, I mean,
well, until they, to JJ's point, until they change their nickname, what's the point? Okay, so
that's one that they've always had a hard time getting free agents to go there. But last year they got Bane in a huge trade.
Right.
That was basically their plan. Is we're gonna give up all of this future picks for Bane. And so they still really don't have that much room to maneuver this offseason because of what they did last.
And they just have to hope to stay healthy.
Yeah.
But back to the Celtics for a second. I think Derek White's still there. He's a pretty good player. Okay, obviously Jaylen Brown and Tatum's a great player. A healthy Tatum's a great player. Go get a 7-foot, 250-pound center. They paid him 3 years, $47 million. Now I know money's stupid in the NBA.
That's cheap.
Yeah, but it's still 3 years, $47 million, And so I guess what I took from today's activities is the two most heritage teams in the league, the Celtics and the Lakers, are rebuilding and going to try and make one more run here. It's really interesting to me. I'm waiting for the LeBron news to drop any day like we all are. Are
you guys still thinking it's Golden State?
I'm with Cleveland. I think it's Cleveland.
I think it's Golden State. I think it's too coincidental that all happened that quickly. So, but the news
I think it's the Alabama Crimson Tide.
I love, by the way, the Jags did it.
Yeah.
The PGA Tour did it. I saw Clemson baseball today did it. Like everyone is tweeting a picture of LeBron in their uniform.
I think that's awesome. So anyway, the NBA is going to be interesting. It'll be fun to follow. Let's take a break. Hayes has headlines after this. Stay with us.
The Frangie Show from the Harrell and Harrell studio. Don't settle for less than you deserve.
Cool drinks and summer sun. 1010XL, your summer station.
Picking here, see clearly with the Eye Associates and trusted optometrists Zachary Boskool and Alice LaFlamme. From comprehensive eye exams, dry eye care, glaucoma management, diabetic eye care, and more, Dr. Boskool and Dr. LaFlamme are dedicated to protecting your vision. Immediate availability at all 5 Jacksonville locations. Schedule today with Dr. Boskool and Dr. LaFlamme by calling the Eye Associates, formerly Bowden Eye Associates, Schneider Eye and Wellness Center, and Janet Betchkel, MD at 296-0098.
Frank Frangie here. Nimnick Chevrolet is proud to be a 9-time Chevrolet Dealer of the Year recipient, the only dealership in Northeast Florida to ever win this prestigious award. Trust me, I know this. I've been dealing with Nimnick forever, and they really are that good. For 3 generations, Nimnick's been the place customers keep coming back to. Customers like me, treating you right, giving the most back to our community, more choices and better prices. It's just the best place to buy cars, and I can promise you that. So who gives you the best experience when you're buying a car? Nobody but Nimnick. Chevrolet, together let's drive.
The World Cup is a big deal. It only comes around every 4 years. Keep up with all the scores and highlights. Score World Cup soccer updates on 1010XL. Assisted by Houston's Meats and Valvoline Instant Oil Changes.
This feeling is brought to you by Aleve for back pain relief. What feeling is that, you ask? Well, it's the feeling you feel when you have relief from back pain. That move how you want to, not how you have to feeling. That keep going through your day without slowing down feeling. The kind that brings you back to yourself all day long without interruption. Oh, yeah. Because Aleve offers long-lasting pain relief. Feel up to 12 hours of back pain relief with one dose. Feel Aleve. Use as directed for minor aches and pains.
The weather is heating up, and it's time to drop a line in the water. Gear up today at Green Acres Sporting Goods, Jacksonville's fishing headquarters. From Shimano and Penn Reels to Zoom baits and much more for saltwater and freshwater fishing. They've got everything you need to land the big one. And when your gear needs work, trust their expert rod and reel repair to keep you casting like new. Stop by Green Acres today or shop online at greenacresporting.com.
Hacker here. 4th of July week is here, which means America's celebrating the way it should. Fireworks, cookouts, and cold drinks. But I want to know this. Did you take Awaken 180 up on Lose 40 by the 4th? Because people did. Listeners did. Greg and Sales did. And the guy is just a few pounds away from dropping 40. That's not a commercial number. That's a walk into the cookout and people start asking questions number. I know the feeling. I lost 120 pounds with Awaken 180. My first 40 came off in just weeks. And I dropped all my prescription medication as well. So if you missed the deadline, fine. Don't go hide behind a paper plate and call it a year. Pick the next one. August, Labor Day, your beach trip, whatever gets you moving. Awaken 180 gives you the food, the plan, the coaching, and the support to actually finish the job. Have questions? Ask them online at awaken180weightloss.com.
When your home or business deserves more than ordinary glass, you trust the experts. Capital Glass and Shower Doors has been elevating spaces for over 40 years with precision, craftsmanship, and clean, modern design. From sleek frameless shower enclosures to elegant glass railings, wine cabinets, and any custom glass that makes a statement, Capital Glass delivers unmatched quality, service, and attention to detail. Your vision, their expertise. Capital Glass and Shower Doors at capcoglass.com.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? Gather round. It's Hayes' Headlines, presented by Harrell and Harrell. Don't settle for less than you deserve. Hear all about it. Here's Hayes Carline.
I certainly appreciate our friends at Harrell and Harrell. Give them a call at 251-1111. Looking forward to spending 4th of July with Holt and his great family.
How about that? That's his 4th of July. You and the Harrells?
Fun. Yeah, look out.
Because he was asking me if we're bringing the heat.
We're going to bring.
He's probably
bringing the heat.
He's probably going to grill you on that.
Yeah,
just saying.
As well, he should.
Okay. Now continue.
Yeah,
I want to make sure you understood that.
Let's start with U.S. soccer tonight against Bosnia-Herzegovina or whatever. Bosnia.
Exactly.
How do you say the second part?
I just call him Bosnia.
Bosnia.
I don't even say it.
8 o'clock tonight. We're favored for the first time in a knockout round. Is that right?
That sounds about right. I think in 2010 when they played Ghana, it might have been close odds-wise, but nothing like this. There's never been a game in a knockout round in the World Cup where we are supposed to win like we are tonight. And so it would be really, really disappointing if we screw this up.
And it really is. We all make jokes about sports we don't know very well, and I'm as guilty of anybody doing it about soccer over the years. But this is really cool to see how excited, kind of invested people are. And I'm very serious about that. So it'll be fun for all of us to watch it tonight.
So, JJ, give us key players tonight for the U.S. Who are a few guys that have to play well for us to advance, in your opinion?
There's the obvious one. That's Pulisic. You know, he's our star player. But I'll give you one. The two guys on the wings are going to be important. Anthony Robinson plays on the left. Serginho Dest plays on the right. Both speed demons, and they're going to be important because they're going to try to defend with everybody, and they sort of are going to be, going to the left of Pulisic would be Robinson, making a defender follow him and maybe opening it up so Pulisic can go inside, and the same on the right side with Dest. So, to me, our right back and our left back, hugely important tonight.
Was there any concern about Pulisic, health-wise? Wouldn't start?
Well, he was asked yesterday if he's going to play from the start. Is he going to start tonight? And he basically said, yeah. So I don't expect him, if it goes to like extra time, to be playing 120 minutes. But yeah, I expect 78, 80 minutes, something like that from Pooley tonight.
And we're fully healthy.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
And we don't have to worry about yellow cards or anything like that.
Exactly.
So we're at full strength.
Our starters the lineup you saw against Paraguay will most certainly be the lineup tonight.
All right, and again, remember, JJ's got his instant reaction right after the game, so 1010XL social channels for that.
Yeah, I'm glad you said that. So the minute the game ends, for people that aren't accustomed to doing it, go to Twitter,
YouTube or
go
Twitter,
to YouTube, and there it is.
There it'll just pop up. We had like 700 live viewers on Twitter last game and like 500 live on YouTube, so yeah, either one of those works.
I was among them last time, and I will be among them this time, so I look forward to it.
Absolutely. Let's talk about today's games. England survives Congo DR 2-1, and Senegal right now up 1-0 on Belgium. JJ, give us a quick thought about each of those.
Yeah,
contests.
that's about to be at halftime. Belgium has been pushing though, so this game is far from over. It's Harry Kane, man. He's just one of the best goal scorers in the tournament. He basically put England on his back in that game because without him, they are not going through. That would have been the upset of the tournament, obviously, if that happened, even more so than Paraguay beating Germany, because England is one of the heavy favorites. And it just shows how good this guy is, man. I mean, he scored with a header, and then the second goal was fantastic. He basically created it out of nothing by himself. And Congo's going home, and England is going to the Azteca in Mexico City Sunday to play the hosts. I cannot wait for that game.
Yeah,
man.
boy, Mexico looked great. France looked great yesterday.
Oh, France is a machine, man. I fully expect them to be in the finals. In Mexico last night, they only really needed that first 30 minutes of the game, but the atmosphere in Mexico City last night was amazing, man. And England, I don't think those guys are ever going to play in an atmosphere like that on Sunday. So we'll see. It's a great tournament so far. I'm really excited to see how it goes.
Let's get to the NFL. Tragic news as Calais Campbell, beloved former Jaguar, his mother was found dead. His brother is being charged with her murder.
Yeah, one of the saddest stories you'll ever hear. And it's a sad story no matter who it affects. But the fact that it affects one of the most genuinely good people in that industry that many of us have ever met, one of the most genuinely good people, period, you'll ever meet. I hate it for Calais. He's got a very big family. And I hate it so much for him that the matriarch of that family is gone. And yeah, at least for today, the brother is charged, and more sordid details continue to come out about what may or may not have happened. Very, very sad day.
Yes, prayers with Calais and his family. Let's get it to college athletics. Stuart Bell confirmed as the new UF president. Frank, you had the chance to catch up with Dr. Bell a couple weeks ago. This is huge for Florida.
Yeah, I had him on the show 3 weeks ago, and I'm not asking him about building libraries or research or DEI. I had him on the show because it's a sports show, and I was told by many channels that he's really a very sports-centric guy. He was at Alabama. He was a president for 3 of Nick Saban's titles, and the word on the street is that among doing other important things that a school president does, he really cares about athletics. That doesn't mean some of his predecessors didn't. I think this is great news for Florida sports fans, for fans of Florida athletics. Again, I've been told by enough people now that there's some significance. Why I had him on, that there's some significance to that. And again, you talk about alignment, and gosh, it sure seems like everything in that athletic program that wasn't aligned for a while certainly seems to be very, very aligned. So that we rarely talk about a school president on a sports show, but the reason we did it then and are doing it now is it's a very sports-centric guy, which should help the Gators.
Yeah, without a doubt. And there was some, speculation that the Board of Governors might torpedo it like they did the last president that the trustees nominated. So good to see that everybody got on the same page, and now Florida can move forward with a permanent president.
The story behind the story, without getting into the weeds too much, is that there was a conflict between the head of the trustees and the head of the Board of Governors. Whether they don't like each other, or maybe it's just they're not sure each other had the proper amount of power, which sometimes happens with very powerful people. And I think there's something at play there. The good thing is they all got beyond it together and hired a presidential candidate that most people think will be a very good school president.
Let's get to the NBA. Free agency is underway, and Frank, you're interested in what the Lakers have done.
Yeah, I really am. I think they're both the Lakers and the Celtics are the prominent teams. The fact that they went out and got Walker Kessler, who I think is the best shot blocker in in the league other than Wemby, that they went out and got three other players that are probably role players, that they probably did what Luka asked them to do. They still have Luka. They still have Austin Reeves. I'm very intrigued by what the Lakers will be. I really am. I thought it was an interesting day.
In college basketball, ESPN has put out their early preseason poll. They have Florida first, followed by Duke, Illinois, UConn, and Michigan, who obviously just lost Dusty May. Tennessee and Texas are 6th and 7th. So the Vols and Longhorns, at least according to this, will be the Gators' top competition in the SEC. Arkansas checks in at 11, Alabama 15th, Kentucky 17th. Miami is in this at 18, so good for the Hurricanes there.
The top 4 or 5 are what everybody has. They've moved them around a little bit, but the usual candidates are Duke, Michigan, I suppose. Illinois really has a good team. They had a good team last year. They're in the Final Four. They brought back a lot of those guys. Wagler's gone, but a lot of them are back. And Florida's got the team that everybody's looking at. I think a big part of that's Denzel Aberdeen. In fact, where I'm not going to get ahead of myself. That's how we're going to start the next segment. But yeah, I think all eyes are on the Gators, at least until the thing starts for sure.
Let's get it to Major League Baseball. The Braves lose another game in the standings to the Phillies after losing at home to the Cardinals last night. Atlanta now just 2.5 games up in a race in which they had a 9-game lead just a couple weeks ago.
Well, number one, the Pirates played the Phillies really close. Only lost 8-0 last night. But JJ warned us, bro. You warned us that.
The Bluebirds are out, by the way.
Yeah, but
last night, the crowd got nasty.
Well, but again, JJ said this to you and me a month and a half ago. The Phillies aren't dead when they look dead. They looked like they were. They did, and I'll give you credit. You said they're not dead, and they scare me, and yeah, they may have the best team, and I'm fickle because I've been saying that about the Braves, but the Phillies have a lot of really good players.
And the Braves they're so bad.
Yeah.
It's unexplainable how you can just suddenly just become terrible like that. And obviously Ronald's still not back, but yeah, like I said, the crowd got really nasty last night for the first time this year. And Austin Riley specifically was getting booed when he struck out with a couple guys on late in the game.
I think the Braves will still ultimately hit, but boy, Wheeler, Sanchez, Nola.
Woo!
I don't know. They got
Sanchez is like,
he's so good.
Yeah,
he is so good. And again, our team that doesn't hit lefties well anyway, it was comical watching it.
Looking at the Phillies, so when they fired their manager, they were 9-19 at the time. They promote Mattingly.
Yeah.
Philadelphia is now 38-19 since firing the manager.
Yeah, and listen, Rob Thompson, by the way, did a good job with the Phillies. It just was one of those things that he wasn't connecting. They weren't winning. They just needed a change. Rob Thompson,
voice.
Yeah, he's gonna coach. He's gonna manage again. We laughed about it yesterday. He's really a pretty good manager. But good for Donnie Baseball. One of the most well-liked guys. Jessica Blaylock told me, because he was the manager of the Marlins for a lot of the years she was covering them, and she was their sideline reporter. She said one of the coolest, most accommodating, easy to cover, easy to get along with guys with whom she had ever worked. And so it's good for Donnie Baseball.
Isn't his son like the GM or assistant GM or something? Like that's how he got the job?
First time, okay. that's
I didn't know that.
I only remember now that he brings it up from when they promoted him, and people were saying how it was a historical connection there for GM and manager. He can win Manager of the Year, right?
Oh yeah.
I mean, wouldn't you have to?
I would be shocked if he didn't.
I mean, I know he didn't start the season, but to take over a 9-19
it's still
club,
early enough in the year.
Yeah, I would agree. Let's get into walk-off charities, Frank. I know we've got a lot of great stuff going on at Fort Family. Give us a rundown of the activities going on this week.
Day 3 of our Stars and Stripes Walk of Charity Stars and Stripes baseball tournament is played mostly the Bregan Baseball Complex, but the older levels are playing at JU. Thank you to our friends at JU and UNF for having us out there, and they've been great partners. JP Small as well. We're playing all over town, Atlantic Coast, Greenland. We have a lot of teams in this thing, 40 teams in it, but it's been a wonderful tournament so far. All the proceeds go to benefit walk-off charities, and the friends from the Visit Jacksonville have helped that. And I'll talk more about it next hour. We have some really fun things. Tomorrow's show is going to be a really special show coming up as well. But it's been a fun tournament. A lot of good teams from all over the Southeast. And I'll tell you what now, some good baseball now. I mean, if you love good baseball, it's legit. It's legit. So come out and see us at the Bregan Baseball Complex or at JU or at UNF. We'd love to see you.
Sounds great. We'll get you out with today's musical note. Happy birthday wishes to the great Debbie Harry, who fronted Blondie. She turns 81 today. She has the same exact birthday as my father, Steve Carlion. So happy birthday, Dad. Blondie was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 2006. This is the iconic Call Me.
Well, you might have buried the lead there a little bit. So happy birthday to Steve Carlion. That's first.
Yeah.
Okay, just so you know, that's
pretty
first.
cool. I have the same exact birthday as Debbie Harry.
How about that? That is cool. Debbie Harry's 81.
81.
I wouldn't have guessed that. I don't know why I should have, but I wouldn't have. Well done as always.
Thank
Good
you.
job. Hour 2's next. This is 1010XL and 92.5 FM.
It's the ride home with the Frangie Show from the Harrell and Harrell studio. Don't settle for less than you deserve.
What Major League Baseball teams have never won a World Series?
When you file a claim with Southern Oak Insurance, we schedule one of our trusted vendors to work directly with you, which means a faster claim resolution. Find out more at southernoak.com.
Our family protecting yours. Southern Oak Insurance.
There are 5 Major League Baseball teams that have never won a World Series: Colorado, Milwaukee, San Diego, Seattle, and Tampa Bay.
Southern Oak Insurance. Our family protecting yours.
Dan Hicken and Jeff Prosser.
Hey, those guys look pretty good.
Talking sports and some other stuff, too.
Are you kidding? They're doing every cliche in the book.
Weekday mornings.
I was just sticking my nose into a lot of stuff that's none of my business and coming up with some crazy ideas.
On 1010XL.
When you step into a courtroom, you're stepping into a fight. Someone wins, someone loses. I'm attorney Brett Hastings, and at Hastings Injury Law, we've got the experience you want in your corner if you or a loved one suffer a personal injury or a wrongful death. We're here to fight for you. So if you get hit, hit back with Hastings Injury Law, offices Jacksonville. Find us on the web at 904hitback.com or call our 24-hour helpline, 904-HITBACK.
After attending a Saturday Bumps and Bruises clinic by Southeast Orthopedic Specialist, my son's hip and shoulder issues were diagnosed quickly and he's back playing. As a busy family, we really appreciate their prompt attention.
I've been having knee problems for probably 6 months, and I had heard about Southeast Orthopedics on the radio, and I gave them a call. They got me right in. Dr. Kevin Murphy did it. It was painless, and it's been doing fantastic.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Team USA is on the way to the KO stage, and Hacker After Dark is the show to watch it with. Join Hacker Wednesday at Twin Peaks with Mick Ultra specials and giveaways. Hacker After Dark and 1010XL for the USA match at Twin Peaks.
College football fans, I'm Greg McGarity, President and CEO of the Tech Slayer Gator Bowl. Don't miss your last chance to watch college football in Jacksonville before the stadium is renovated. The SEC and ACC face off in Everbank Stadium for this year's Tech Slayer Gator Bowl Wednesday, December 30th at 11:30 a.m. A perfect buy for family stocking stuffers. Act now and get a sizzling summer special of 4 tickets for $100 at TaxSlayerGatorBowl.com. TaxSlayerGatorBowl.com.
The flagship station of the Jacksonville Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Hey folks, Mike Dempsey here for Dandy Foods, a Jacksonville family business for nearly 70 years. Heck, I've been talking about them for over a decade. The Thompson family secret: Dandy's never frozen, always fresh baked bread with quality meats and cheeses, no dry crumbly subs here, only soft and tasty deliciousness. When I see that logo with the little dude with the cane on the label, it tells me I'm getting a trusted brand, a quality sandwich. So do what I do and stop in at a Daly's and make yours a dandy today.
Hey, it's Travis from Cannons of Jacks. Thank you for trusting us for 55 years of custom welding fabrication and vehicle towing accessories. When you need a trailer hitch for the family car, a gooseneck for the company truck, or even RV towing options, call us at Cannons. We can do a bumper hitch, fifth wheel hitch, anything for safe, reliable towing. Come to Cannons of Jacks, where service is our #1 priority and we treat our customers as we like to be treated. Check us out online, cannonsofjacks.com.
Bueller. Stay cooler with Bueller.
Hey, pal, what's the matter? I came right over.
It's my water, Jason. Smell this.
Yeesh. That came out of my tab, Jason. I'm worried there's a lot more in there than just H and 2 and O.
Well, yeah. In Jacksonville, we have some of the hardest water in Florida. There's calcium carbonate in there and magnesium sulfate and...
I'm sorry, calcium... what now?
It's the same stuff that makes those cool stalactites in caves.
Well, it's making my shower all powdery, my tabs all crusty, and caves make me claustrophobic.
Put on these sunglasses.
Whoa.
Call Bueller Aaron Plumbing, and our water treatment experts will do a free water quality test. We'll check for minerals, bacteria, anything that might make your water smelly or damage your plumbing or appliances.
And if it's bad, you can fix it?
Your glasses will come out cleaner, your shampoo will lather better.
I like a good lather, Jason.
Stay cooler with Bueller.
Visit BuellerAir.com.
I'm Chair Justice with your 1010XL Southeast Orthopedic Specialist Local Sports Update. Brought to you by USA Park Airport Parking. Center Nikola Vucevic is returning to the Orlando Magic on a one-year, $3.9 million deal. FSU's Wes Mendez was named the ACC Scholar Athlete of the Year. Colin Castleton received a two-way qualifying offer from the Orlando Magic. Hacker will be at Twin Peaks tonight for the USA Bosnia match. Then afterwards, JJ LaSelva will be reacting live on the 1010XL YouTube page. 1010XL has World Cup updates all day. It's 87 degrees at 5 o'clock. Time and temp brought to you by Bueller Aaron Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still, present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch.
Back to a Coyle & Sons Wednesday. Since 1927, they've been around the block and probably fenced it, too.
We appreciate our friends from Coyle & Sons out of that Bregan Baseball Complex and Fort Family Regional Park all week long. Keep seeing those trucks. My man Charles, he's their foreman, and he's the best. Hey, so Denzel Aberdeen is trying to get a waiver. And so recently, they had the NCAA passed a rule that starting, well, kind of immediately, that you have 5 to play 5, and there's no red shirts, and there's no waivers. So my thought would be, okay, that's a great rule because I think it is a good rule, but grandfather the guys in that are already there. The NCAA says, no, we're not doing that. Okay, we're not grandfathering anybody in. So a group of 15, I think, athletes in Ohio, like everybody else, has tried to sue, and in the spirit of, wait a minute, if next year's athletes get to do this, why don't I when I've got a year left? Okay, and that was their rationale.
Seems like a strong argument.
It would, and they will get many other people. It may become class action because there may be a lot of other people that join this. Denzel Aberdeen, that is not his argument.
Right.
And Todd Golden was very clear to say we are separating him from what their appeal is. Their appeal is they could be 4 guys that started every game for their team, and now that other athletes are getting a 5th year, they say, why don't we? So playing time and nothing. They could have started 30 games a year, and they're still applying for this. Aberdeen's waiver that he's requesting has nothing to do with the new rule. It is, look, I've played 4 years, but the reality is I barely played the first year. I played I thought it was 41 minutes. Golden said the other day it was 35 minutes. He didn't even play a full game. He said the truth is he mopped up.
Well, 41 minutes under Mike White amounts to 35 minutes under a good coach.
So he said, so the reality is, and I remember it too, he played in mop-up time, okay? He played at the end of your game against Architecture U, right, when you're up 94 to 38, or in Mike White's case, to make you happy, 61 to 38. Okay. So, but I mean, the reality is he didn't play very much. He really was. He shouldn't lose a year because he mopped up a few games at the end. Other sports, football predominantly, you can play a little bit.
That's his argument.
Yeah, and
that's what it should be.
Yeah,
in football, you can play like 33% of the games.
Correct.
And still redshirt.
So that's it. So that's the waiver he's asking for. It's interesting, though, they've made it very clear that he's got attorneys at the ready, and they're going to try to do the Trinidad Chambliss thing and go find a judge that will grant the injunction in the event that he doesn't win it. What do you make of the whole case?
Well, I mean, I would think the NCAA would look at Aberdeen favorably because it was such a minuscule amount. and it's a draconian redshirt policy that college basketball has. Like, I think you can make a very sound legal argument from a novice perspective, obviously, to say, how come a football athlete that came into college the same year as Denzel Aberdeen can play 4 games of a 12-game season and still maintain a red shirt? Denzel Aberdeen plays 41 minutes of an entire college basketball season, which over the course of percentage-wise would be an incredibly small amount. And he has to lose a year of eligibility when he's capable of earning, $1 million, $2 million, whatever, Florida's paying him. That seems like something, a body that is trying to do the right thing for the student athlete. That seems like a waiver that they would be sympathetic to and would grant that. But to your hypothetical, if they don't grant it, then yeah, I mean, I think in Aberdeen's case, it is unfortunate for him to lose, because the other argument that I think you can make here for Aberdeen is it really was malpractice by the coach at the time to burn a red shirt
if you're not playing anymore.
Exactly.
Right.
And so some of this is also, I think the kid was harmed by the coach. And so again, I think he's got a good case. My guess is Florida, in my opinion, doesn't take him thinking, well, he's not going to get the waiver, we're going to have to find a judge. That's not how Florida operates. So my guess is he's going to get the waiver. If he doesn't get the waiver, Florida's going to have a choice to make. I know they've publicly already rattled the saber, like they'll go get a judge. It's a different thing to actually go and do it and join the other schools that have done this to get eligibility for players that they wanted to keep. I mean, I would do it only because I think Aberdeen, on a scale of 1 to 10, has like a 1 on the trying to push the limits of eligibility with college. I think he has a very good case. Had he played in a bunch of games, if it was clearly like he doesn't have eligibility, he's just trying to pocket $2 million or whatever, I would have a big problem with going to a judge. But in this case, boy, it would almost seem like the NCAA is just mean-spirited to not grant it. And I don't care. Aberdeen could be playing for Kentucky, and I'd say the same thing.
Yeah.
I mean, it just, to me, to keep a kid from making life-changing money because a coach played him in 40 minutes 5 years ago, to me, harms the kid, and they should not be in the business of doing that.
Here's what I don't know, and I really don't, and I try to look around a little. He surely isn't the first player that's ever played 10 minutes and lost his red shirt and asked for a waiver to get the year back. He's clearly, because this has been the rule forever, somebody else has tried it. I don't know the precedent. I don't know. Has anyone won that? Do they usually win that? Do they usually lose that? So one thought I have is you know what I mean? I don't know. It can't be the first time it's happened, right? So what that's, and I would think that certainly will be prevalent if it becomes a legal case. But I would think even as an NCAA waiver, what have you done in the past? Was there a guy at St. John's 7 years ago that played 20 minutes as a freshman? And now I know if you get hurt, you get a medical hardship. That's usually granted. But he never got hurt. So, I mean, if he played those 35 minutes because he tore his Achilles, he would be eligible by now. He would have gotten the medical hardship. I don't think you agree with that.
I do.
There's no questioning that. But because he doesn't have an injury as part of it, nor faked an injury, he doesn't have that. So I don't know what the precedent is.
But again, 7 years ago, a football player could have played in like 1 or 2 games and burned the red shirt.
Yeah, their rule changed.
So in the last 7 years, the NCAA has really opened that up on the football side. Why would you not open it up on the men's basketball side? It makes no sense that a football player can play 33% of the games and still redshirt, and a college basketball player plays 1% of minutes in a season and loses their eligibility for that.
Yeah, and by the way, and I hear you. So that's the argument they're making. Having said that, here's my guess.
Wow, 2-0 Senegal.
Senegal's up 2-0. They just scored again. Here's why what I think. Because the NCAA has been so adamant about saying we are not grandfathering anybody in, they're not going to grant the waiver, and he's going to have to sue. I'm guessing, and I hope I'm guessing wrong, but because even though Golden has desperately tried to separate his case from the people that are maybe headed to some sort of a class action suit, he's tried very hard to separate it. It's very clear. But I think because they do, the NCAA worked hard to draw that we're not grandfathering anybody in, line in the sand, that some people make, it's still human beings that are going to decide this. The NCAA might be one big entity, but the waiver, there's a handful of people that will vote on this waiver thing. And I think those people I'm guessing, will say, wait a minute now, we drew a line in the sand and we said we're not grandfathering anybody in. This would be the appearance of, even though Florida says it's different, I think you and I both think it's different, this would be the appearance of grandfathering somebody in. And for that reason, we're not going to grant the waiver, which means I get a hunch it's coming down to a lawsuit. I just get that. I just get that. At first, I thought he'll get the waiver. With the minute they signed him, to your point, they wouldn't have done it without. But I almost think this 5 to play 5, and we're not grandfathering anybody in, and we've passed it now, is going to work against him.
It was the worst timing. Like the NCAA finally got some cojones, right as this ruling has to be made. I think the Sorsby thing screwed him.
Yeah, I think this is going to work against Aberdeen. So we'll see whether. Now look, I'll be the ultimate hypocrite. I said I'm tired of these judges getting people eligible when the NCAA says they're not. Well, now if it's my guy, I hope they gets eligible. Well, my opinion hasn't changed any. I don't like that the Trinidad Chambliss thing happened. I don't like that the Denzel Aberdeen thing is going to happen.
Bediako thing.
Yeah. Well, that's different. But
a lot of people are lumping it in. They're like, well, how can you support Aberdeen and be against Bediako? Yeah, but it's because they're totally different cases.
To me,
completely different in their severity. Of challenging the model.
Right. To me, that's very. I hear you, but to me personally, that was different. But I don't like the fact that a judge got Trinidad Chambliss eligible. Okay. But I'm going to be a total hypocrite here. Where I'm going to say, but if indeed if it's out there happening, and by the way, if Chambliss and those guys didn't get eligible, I'd have been totally fine with Aberdeen not getting eligible because that's the rule. But because they did, well, now I want my guy eligible too. So I know I'm being, you know what I mean? I know I'm being a bit of a hypocrite here because I'm tired of this. I'm tired of the judges having a presence in college athletics. But by God, if these judges are having a presence and getting everybody else eligible, I kind of hope my guy gets it. Does that make sense?
It does make sense. And again, in Aberdeen's case, to me, Bediako was a 12 out of 10.
Yes.
On the Sorsby is a 15 out of 10.
Correct.
On the severity level. A kid that played 40 minutes one season that's trying to get that year back so that they can make a couple $1 million when they don't really have much of a professional career ahead of them in basketball. To me, that's a 1 out of 10. It's a 1 out of 10.
And let me put
even the Chambliss thing was a little bit more pushing. Yeah, I wouldn't put that near Bediako and Sorsby, obviously, but it was probably more of a 6 out of 10 because he had, to your point, played full seasons.
Yeah, and correct. And let me point this out too. I'd even feel different if they discovered Aberdeen at the end of the year, and he made some big buckets in those 41 minutes to put him in a tournament. That's not what happened.
Right.
He was a mop-up guy that wasn't in their plans. He just got played the same way the manager goes in at the end of the game. So again, I'm a hypocrite. I admit it. I'll admit to my hypocrisy, but that is kind of how I feel about this. So it'll be interesting to see.
Well, again, I think every case is its own individual case. And to me, there are stark differences between, again, I would have no problem if Aberdeen goes and gets relief from a judge. But I am saying this, I would have no problem if he had transferred from Kentucky to wherever, Florida State. They're not really a rival in basketball, but if he'd stayed at Kentucky, that's probably the best way to say it. If he'd stayed at Kentucky, who's the arch rival in basketball for Florida, and had submitted the waiver, I would hope that he would get it. I think he should get it. You shouldn't keep a kid from earning $1 million or $2 million over something that a coach did 5 years ago that obviously wasn't in the best interests of the kid. And you've got another major sport in collegiate athletics that is completely revamped how much more lenient it is to play a bunch and still redshirt.
Has anybody done a story? Have you read, as we read about this, we got to get to a break here, but let me finish this thought. Have you read about, Hayes, what the ruling has been when it's happened elsewhere? Because it has to have happened. There has to have been a guy somewhere at Kansas State.
I think they're pretty favorable. I will be surprised.
We all expected him to get. Everybody has expected him to get cleared here. That's been widely.
I just don't think Florida takes him unless they felt 95% sure.
I agree with that.
He was going to get the waiver.
Because I will say this, final thought.
Because I really don't think Scott Strickland in Florida want to go down the road of getting a judge to
even though they've made it
do an injunction.
Even though they've made it clear they will. They've made it clear we're going to take any action we can. The other thought on that is they're this super mega all-star incredible ranked first to start the season team. Well, they're way different if he's not there. They're way different. Yeah, Clavjar or Isaiah Brown will start at the 2 and they'll be good players. But it's a different team. It's a different it's right now it's 5 NBA players. I mean, right now they're going to start. Now, they may not all be good NBA players. They may not last, but they're starting 5 NBA players. There's no doubt in my mind 5 guys are going to NBA camp. No doubt in my mind. Well, that's not the case if they don't, so it'll be interesting to see. We'll take a break. More in a moment. Stay with us.
The Frangie Show from the Harold and Harold studio. Don't settle for less than you deserve.
This World Cup soccer update is laced up by Valvoline Instant Oil Changes and Houston's Meats.
Westwood One Sports presents this World Soccer Update, sponsored by O'Reilly Auto Parts, your professional parts people. World Cup round of 32, it's halftime in Seattle. Senegal, a 1-0 lead over Belgium. The lone goal by Habib Diarra in the 25th minute. A final earlier today, a late brace from Harry Kane pushes England past DR Congo 2-1. England through to the round of 16, where they'll play Mexico. Kane now has 5 goals in this tournament. He is tied with Erling Haaland for third in the race for the Golden Boot. Kylian Mbappe and Lionel Messi each have 6 goals. And later tonight, the USA is back in action versus Bosnia and Herzegovina. It's an 8 p.m. Eastern kickoff in Santa Clara. The U.S. enters the knockout rounds off of 8 total goals in the group stage. A U.S. men's national team World Cup record. Phil Constantino, Westwood One Sports.
Kohl's knows summer comes with a few family debates, like what's the best ice cream flavor, or who gets the good pool noodle. But when it comes to Kohl's summer outfits, everyone's in agreement. They're comfy, they're cool, they're stylish, and they're here to make everyone's summer feel a little easier. Shop now for looks that the whole family will sign off on at Kohl's and Kohl's.com. Select styles, some exclusions apply. See store or Kohl's.com for details.
Fresh paint inside, fresh flowers outside. Summer at your house is looking good. During July 4th deals at Lowe's, buy one, get one free. Select interior paint via mail-in rebate. Plus, get 2 1.5-gallon red, white, and blue annual hanging baskets for just $15. Our best lineup is here at Lowe's. Valid through 7/8. Selection varies by location while supplies last. See store at Lowe's.com for details and requirements. Excludes Alaska and Hawaii.
One of Beard's Diamond's most popular events ever is back. It's Christmas in July. Right now, for a limited time, you get as much as 40% off anything in our showcases. Yes, that includes engagement rings, fashion rings, earrings, bracelets, bands, pendants, colored gemstones. This is the annual store-wide sale that everyone loves, because you get December prices in July. Up to 40% off store-wide. Don't miss Christmas in July. Exclusively at Beard's Diamond at the St. John's Town Center and online at beardsdiamonds.com. Shop local. Shop Beards. Santa Claus normally avoids Florida this time of year, but not this year. Christmas in July is happening right now at Beard's Diamonds. Get up to 40% off now through July 27th. Beard's showcases are stocked with all new fashion jewelry, exquisite colored gemstone pieces, and the best selection of diamonds in North Florida. Rounds, emerald cuts, princess cuts, cushion cuts, ovals, from a half carat to 10 carats and more. Come and find the perfect engagement ring now at Beard's and save up to 40%. Beard's Diamonds at the shops at Town Center and online at beardsdiamonds.com.
Overheard at the Hard Rock Bet Party. Wait, is that Ronaldinho? Ronaldinho! You think Brazil will win it all this summer?
Claro que sí. Can I just say, you're my favorite player, ever.
Bet all of soccer's biggest matches this summer on Hard Rock Bet. And keep your cool in case you run into Ronaldinho. Download the Hard Rock Bet app and back your country. Roll with us. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about your gambling? Call or text 1-833-PLAY-WISE.
Take a radio boat ride with Captain Cabin on the Ring Power Fishing Forecast Show. Wheeled in by the Pest Pros at Royal Pest Services and awaken 180 weight loss.
Thursday nights at 6
on 1010XL AM.
I'm Frank Frangie, and I can tell you as Walk-Off Charities has grown, we now manage a large athletic facility with numerous fields, including the Bregan Baseball Complex. To get around, we needed a good, reliable golf cart. I went straight to Dynamic Drives and Design in Jack's Peak. I met with Travis, told him exactly what our needs were. Would you believe before you knew it, the perfect cart was delivered to us at an incredible price? If you need a golf cart, Travis and his team are the go-to. Learn more about them at dynamicdrivesdesign.com.
There's a simpler and easier way to get your construction permits. PermitRockstar.com. PermitRockstar.com has a team of rock stars, construction rock stars that fight the permit battle for you. The Permit Rockstar platform can virtually automate and submit your permit paperwork, eliminating mistakes, and their private provider can save you weeks on plan reviews and virtual inspections. Get your permits faster. PermitRockstar.com. Stop waiting on permits and get back to building. PermitRockstar.com.
There's no better time than now to buy your football season parking pass from Tailgaters. Complete with on-site restaurant, indoor restrooms, and all-day security. Tailgaters parking's selling out. Log on to tailgatorsparking.com today.
Do you want to grow your career with a company that's committed to growing with you? Florida Home AC has aggressive plans to double their workforce, and they're looking for determined, resourceful people with initiative. Just log on to floridahomeac.com/careers to find out more.
Hey, this is Lauren Brooks. Big Chief Tire makes getting new tires easier than ever with the Big Chief credit card. There's no annual fee, low monthly payments, and great promotional financing. Plus, you get free flat repairs and rotations, even $50 off your first purchase when you sign up. I love how simple they make everything at Big Chief Tire. Visit WeKeepJacksRollin.com to apply for the credit card and let Big Chief help you get back on the road with confidence.
When the world turns its attention to the beautiful game, the most passionate fans know the best seat in the house isn't always in the stadium. Modelo celebrates football and the world of nations playing for the cup. 48 teams, 104 games. Wherever you choose to watch, make it the best seat in the house with a Modelo Especial in hand. It's time to play for the World Cup.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farah doesn't flinch.
Back to a Coyle & Sons Wednesday. Since 1927, they've been around the block and probably fenced it too.
Frank Frangie, Hayes Carline, JJ LaSalvo with you. We're getting closer. We're counting down the 2.5 hours. Now will there be a long pregame?
No, that's what's great about soccer.
Kick off at 8.
They say it's at 8. It starts at 8.
Why is that, by the way?
Well, the coverage starts at like
6.
Yeah, so there's plenty.
But I mean,
lead up.
It's not 8:05 or 8:12.
Exactly.
Oh yeah.
Or like the NBA, just your guess is as good as mine.
Well, great point. What So riddle me this, soccer guy, and this goes way back into the beginning of soccer history, I suppose. Why did they never? It is a very American opinion, so indulge me. Why did they never go to a
set time
or a
system?
clock that goes backwards?
I don't know. Well, in college soccer, what we were talking about earlier in America, they do that.
Oh, they do.
They count it down.
Yeah,
instead
because.
I don't know.
They tell you how many minutes have been played, but that's really not the important number. The important number is what's left. And it is awkward for me as an American sports fan to see, okay, when I see the +5, I know it's going to be, but you still don't know when the game's over.
Exactly. Right? And the ref, so even like you said, if they give you 5 minutes, the ref will take into consideration during that 5 minutes how much time has not been played as well. So, and then on top of that, the ref will never blow the whistle when a team is in the midst of an attack. So, like, even if it's gone past the allotted time that he thinks should be involved, if one team has the ball and they're like moving it around trying to score, he'll never blow the whistle until that officially is like over with. That attack, or however you want to word it, is
Which
done.
is why when we lost to Turkey, it literally was they made the goal and he blew the whistle.
And it was past the time that you thought it would be.
It just seems to me
they're never gonna like blow the whistle as a guy is like running in to score.
And I certainly understand too that tradition matters, and that's the tradition of how soccer's always done that. And I get that. I'm okay with that. But it just seems to me, hey, somewhere along the line, you would have really added to the drama. If you see that clock count, I mean, other than baseball, which doesn't have a clock, the sports in America that have clocks. Say what you want about our sports, but there's great drama when that clock's ticking down that the soccer doesn't really have.
Well, I think it has. It's a different drama, but I think it does because you don't know when he's going to blow the whistle.
Of course, you're right. It is a different drama, but it's
I mean, you know in soccer that it's close.
Yeah.
You like to JJ's point, like if there's 6 minutes of stoppage. And it's been a very clean 6 minutes, then like once you get to 6, like it could be over at any second. If it's a little harder to follow to his point if there's an injury or something that occurs in that time period, there's a goal. But so I think there's drama. It's different to your point because the clock isn't the drama. In soccer, the human is the drama in terms of when is the ref going to say, all right, that's it. And now the game is over.
And look, you can also
I agree with you, Frank.
Yeah.
But like just growing up as an American in all these sports, I've always thought it's odd, but it is what it is. I've just accepted it a long time ago.
And listen,
they're never going to change that.
And if I'm arguing the other side of it, you can make the point that unlike American sports, that damn clock stops so many times. It's not, at least with soccer. You don't have to worry about that. You know what I mean?
That's why people hate the hydration break so much because it is
never stops.
The opposite of what this game is about, which is constant movement, constant play.
All right. For people that are just joining us late, we talked a great deal about tonight's game. We'll reset that again after the break, have JJ give you an idea what to look for in a second. But before we do that, Senegal leads 2-0 now. They're closing in on the 70th minute. I'm assuming they're going to win. What does that mean for U.S.?
That means we probably got the easier out of the two in the next round if this result holds, but no game is easy at this point, man. No game is easy. No team can be overlooked. Senegal is a great team. Both these teams are great. So it's not like we're going up against, somebody easy. But if you would have asked me before the game which team would have been the easier matchup, I would have said Senegal. So this is sort of going the way we want it to go, but you have to win tonight. After what we've seen in the first couple of days of the knockouts, Germany went down, England almost went down, the Dutch went down, and Pulisic was interviewed yesterday, and he even said, there's no way after watching these games and the upsets that have happened that we're going to take Bosnia for granted. We know that this is a team we have to respect, and when you hear your captain and your best player say something like that, I love that.
You know what's made this cool for me? I'm serious about this, watching you these you are so nervous about it. You can't even talk about Senegal, and I love this, without saying, but you can't take them for granted. I mean, you're like a fan. I mean, no, that's a cool thing. I mean, that's how nervous you are about this. I mean, I could ask him 12 more times who you'd rather play, and his answer is going to be, well, you can't take tonight for granted. I know that. I love that.
Bosnia already screwed me with Italy. So this would be really bad for young JJ if this happens tonight.
Let's take a break. We got a golden moment and more coming up. Stay with us.
It's the ride home with the Frangie Show. From the Harrell and Harrell studio, don't settle for less than you deserve.
For 250 years, America has played through it all. Adversity, triumph, and everything in between. I'm Hayes Carlyon, and just like the games we love, the story continues. Happy birthday from 1010XL.
Hey guys, Prosser here. When you need new windows or doors, you want high-end quality without the middleman markup. That's exactly why I'm telling you about Cash Building Material. Same premium materials, same beautiful finishes, but at a price that actually makes sense for your home. No subcontractors, no runaround, just their own experienced crews who treat your house like it's theirs. Get a quote today, thank me tomorrow. For windows and doors, search Cash Building Material. Windows and doors done right.
You trusted a medical professional with your care. When that trust is broken, the results can be devastating. Medical error can leave patients and families facing unanswered questions and lifelong challenges. Founded in Jacksonville, Edwards & Raggets helps you understand and protect your legal rights after medical negligence. No fees unless you recover damages. We're here to help. Call 904-INJURED or visit 904injured.com.
Edwards & Raggets, offices Jacksonville.
Frank Frangie here. I've been telling you about Stanley Pools for years. But you know my favorite thing about this family-owned company? They take such good care of my pool. All I have to do is relax and enjoy it. Stanley Pools has been the best in the business since 1988, and their weekly maintenance makes owning a pool effortless. You can trust Stanley Pools to build your pool or upgrade it. They've done both for me. Call 904-269-7277 or find them online at StanleyPoolsFL.com. Stanley Pools, a family tradition of fine swimming pools.
Joint replacement surgery is always a tough decision, but relief from chronic pain may be just around the corner. Dr. George Barra here, and there's a lot to consider to make sure you get the proper diagnosis and best path back to the range of motion and mobility you had. Age, lifestyle, and overall health all play a part. Let the team at Barra Orthopedics give you a full analysis to help you make the best decision. Log on to BarriorOrthopedics.com or call the office to make an appointment. With offices across Jacksonville and ready to help you feel good again, we'll get you back on the road to recovery at Barra Orthopedics.
Listen to whatever you like, whenever you want.
I like this!
1010XL, on demand. Ad-free shows after the live shows end. Channeled by Duck Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic and Air Conditioning. Search where you find podcasts.
Get ready for the biggest 4th of July in a generation at Superior Fireworks. Shop by July 2nd to beat huge last-minute crowds on Blanding Boulevard in Orange Park and online at superiorfireworks.com/radio.
Frank Frangie here. 1010XL wants to know who you are. We are conducting a listener profile survey. What home improvement practices do you plan to do? What do you like best about us? All you have to do is go to 1010XL.com and fill out the survey. You could win tickets to the Jags home opener, Gator football, and Jumbo Shrimp tickets, or great 1010 swag. Just go to 1010XL.com and enjoy letting us know more about you so we can do a better job of serving you.
1010XL is a proud supporter of the Alive Credit Union Greater Jacksonville Kingfish Tournament, July 9th through 18th. Fish for fun and prizes and support Jacksonville Marine Charities. Learn more at kingfishtournament.com.
Hacker here. 4th of July week is here, which means America's celebrating the way it should. Fireworks, cookouts, and cold drinks. But I want to know this. Did you take Awaken 180 up on Lose 40 by the 4th? Because people did. Listeners did, Greg and Sales did, and the guy is just a few pounds away from dropping 40. That's not a commercial number. That's a walk into the cookout and people start asking questions number. I know the feeling. I lost 120 pounds with Awaken 180. My first 40 came off in just weeks, and I dropped all my prescription medication as well. So if you missed the deadline, fine. Don't go hide behind a paper plate and call it a year. Pick the next one. August, Labor Day, your beach trip, whatever gets you moving. Awaken 180 gives you the food, the plan, the coaching, and the support to actually finish the job. Have questions? Ask them online at awaken180weightloss.com.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah. Now, the Monahan's golden moment. Monahan Jewelers in Atlantic Beach, your local family jewelers.
Golden moment today. I mean, we've had a lot of them, and I think it's been JJ breaking down this soccer, man. That's the big story. The U.S. plays Bosnia tonight, trying to get to the round of 16. Would be only the second knockout game they've ever won. So many people are excited about it. We're watching Senegal right now. Look like they're on their way to a 2-0 win. And if they do, they'll probably be the opponent, and hopefully U.S. wins tonight. Prime time on Fox, 8 p.m. tonight. Even the non-soccer people like me will be watching, and that has been our golden moment. So, and I'm excited about it. Let me tell you, by the way, about what's going on at the Bragan Baseball Complex tomorrow. We're doing our show from out there, and I'm really excited about it. I'll be out there. We'll be in the Fun Zone and Right Center. You've been out there doing shows before. Right. We'll have the van and the banner, so you'll see. Come say hello if you're out there. It's going to be packed tomorrow. The CCBL All-Star Game, that's our college league. We're going to take a break in the Stars and Stripes tournament just for a couple hours for the CCBL All-Star Game. home run derby. There's going to be some skills contest home run derbies out there, and it's really going to be a lot of fun. We're doing our show out there tomorrow. Tomorrow's show, Mike Fleming and Alex, who works on his staff, 2 members of the Fire Watch team are going to be out there talking about the importance of helping veterans to avoid veteran suicide. That's tomorrow's program. Chris Lane's going to come on with me. Chris has started this Coastal Collegiate Baseball League. It's one of the coolest things you've ever seen. There's 6 teams, which means there's roughly 120 players, college baseball players, playing in this league. You play 30 games, by the way, in 2 months, so you're playing a lot of baseball. And he's put it together. He had a dream to make it like the Cape Cod League, and he's made it just like that. So he's going to come on and talk about how good the baseball is around here, and just sort of a kind of a tribute to baseball, which I think we're going to do on the program tomorrow. So I'm certainly excited about that. That comes up on tomorrow's program as well. Brett Hastings is going to stop by. We moved Sports and Courts back to tomorrow because there's an important show tomorrow for him. So he's going to talk about the laws involving fireworks, noise ordinances. I mean, listen, there's some real law. It's real stuff. You know, I know everyone wants to just get their sparklers and their fireworks and go into the backyard, but there are laws about it. So we're going to certainly talk about that. So a very special Sports and Courts tomorrow, but live from the ballpark, and we're very, very excited about this. See what I think I might do. I might just announce this tomorrow because we talked about it. You know, the lake goes all the way around the ballpark. So the lake goes behind, really right behind the 2 smaller fields, and behind right field of the big field. And we're having home run derbies all day long. First home run derby for the older kids in the Stars and Stripes tournament. Home run derbies for the younger kids in the Stars and Stripes tournament. And then a home run derby for the college kids after all that. I might think about this. You know, you watch the McCovey Cove and you watch games in San Francisco and in Pittsburgh, and you'll see guys in their kayaks and their canoes, and they come up with the baseball. I might give like $250 to the first person that gets a ball in a kayak. Wouldn't that be cool?
Oh, that would be.
Wouldn't that be fun? I mean, hey, bring your kayak out there, bring your canoe out there if you want, because it's a beautiful lake and they've activated it. And so, how about we give a little
That's
prize?
Sick.
You give a prize to someone. Wouldn't that be fun?
That would.
First person that can track down a ball. But you got to be in your boat to do it. But I think we're going to do that tomorrow.
Yeah,
so it'll be a lot of fun.
great.
That'll be kind of fun. So bring your kayak and your canoe out there tomorrow and have a lot of fun. So it'll be a lot of. But we're certainly excited about that, Hayes. It's been a great week to celebrate baseball. We had great weather until this afternoon, but you talk about good luck. We've had so many games. Today is the first day at the Bragan Baseball Complex, our big field, that we had a gap in between games. We have not had a gap the whole time. And that's when it rained.
Oh, wow.
Isn't that great? God is smiling on us at the Bragan Baseball Complex.
And changing lives Saturday with a Veterans Job Fair.
And on Saturday from 10 to 2, we're having a Veterans Jobs Fair. Our friend Bill Hickey, who does such a great job putting those on, is going to put it on for us. We expect 15, 20 companies. We expect over 300 members of the military to come and try and gain employment and learn about it. And listen, this is a tribute to baseball. It's also a tribute to the military. It's 250th year of our country celebrating, and the city of Jacksonville is very involved in that. We're excited about being involved with them. This is a big day. This is a big week for us. You'll see more red, white, and blue than you can imagine. You'll see really good baseball. Hopefully, you'll see some kayaks and canoes out there in the water. A veteran job fair actually on the 4th of July, and barring rain, what we did, we have all these. We have kids from 9 to 19 playing in this thing. Now it'll be just the championship rounds. The Final Fours and championship games on Saturday. We built the schedule, so we're playing late into the night all week long. But we built the schedule to where the championship games end before 6 on Saturday because we want people to go enjoy the 4th of July. You know, we want people to come out. The job fairs in the morning. A lot of the games are in the morning, barring rain. The final game of the oldest kids, which is the 19-year-old kids, I think game starts at 3:15. So the idea is get them out of there at 5:30, 5:45. Thank you for being part of this wonderful tournament. Now go enjoy. Now go watch your fireworks. Go enjoy. So we're really excited about that. And tomorrow we'll do the radio show out there. Come out there and say hello. We would love to see you. We'd love to meet you. We hope you come out and watch baseball. I love doing shows from baseball fields anyway. So that comes tomorrow. It's a really big day for walk-off charities, for baseball, and it's a really big weekend. Obviously, look, our country's celebrating our 250th birthday. That's really pretty cool. You know, I mean, that's a really cool deal, and we all want to kind of celebrate it the same way, some way, and so we're certainly excited about that. We'll take a break, come back, say hello to Rick Belusi with us.
The Frangie Show from the Harrell and Harrell studio. Don't settle for less than you deserve.
Live streaming from the XL Digital Studios. Brightened by Harbor Dental Care, Jacksonville's first choice for dental emergencies.
This is Brent Musburger's Visa in Action update on 1010XL. Brought to you by Duck Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic, and Air Conditioning. When you're stuck, call the Duck. Proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
In golf, the John Deere Classic will be taking place on Thursday in Illinois. Ben Griffin, the betting favorite, at plus 1,500. Chris Goddard plus 1,600. Jackson Colvin is plus 2,000. Keegan Bradley plus 2,200. Later this month, the Open Championship will be taking place at Royal Birkdale. It's the final major of the season. Scotty Scheffler is the defending champion, and he's also the betting favorite to take home the Claret Jug at plus 500. Rory McIlroy plus 750. Tommy Fleetwood searching for his first major at plus 1,400. John Rahm at plus 1,800.
Progressive helping veterans drive their lives forward. More info, keysofprogress.com.
I'm Tony Desiri with your Visa in Action update on 1010XL.
With 50 years of fabrication expertise in towing products, the family at Cannons of Jacksonville can repair or install precisely what you need to tow with confidence. Visit cannonsofjacks.com, where quality and customer satisfaction collide.
Frank Frangie here for my friend and insurance agent Craig Dewhurst. Craig has been helping families on the First Coast with their insurance needs for 25 years as your good neighbor and local State Farm agent. Now's a great time to review your insurance policies, whether you need auto, homeowners, or renter's insurance, or insurance for your golf cart, boat, or jet skis. Craig handles all of my family's insurance needs, and even better, he gives back to the community. Call Craig today at 904-940-9740. That's 904-940-9740.
Mark Watson with Hardball Creative. Now's the perfect time to order logo coffee mugs, or maybe a logoed Sick brand tumbler. They're seriously ice cold and look great with your company logo. Hardballcreative.com.
Hardball Creative. Hardball does it all.
I'm here with Clayton Bromberg of Underwood Jewelers. Clayton, you are a sixth-generation jeweler. What kind of watch do you wear?
Frank, I think I've told this story 1,000 times. The watch I wear is a Rolex, and here's why. When my grandfather gave me a gift for graduating from college, he said, I want you to have something that you'll always remember me for. And he gave me a Rolex watch, and some 35 years later, it still runs and looks as good as it did the day I got it, a day I'll always remember. This might be the right time for you to create the same kind of memory, and nothing does it better than a Rolex from Underwood's. Whether it's a lady or a man's, the Rolex Oyster has the classic good looks and incredible durability and accuracy that make it the watch people want to own. And at Underwood's, all of our Rolexes come with a 5-year guarantee.
Underwood Jewelers in San Marco, in Avondale, and at the shops of Ponte Vedra. Underwood's, serving excellence since 1928. Underwood Jewelers.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking mumbo-jumbo. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices. I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from high heels to wagon wheels. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
Tom McManus here for Armstrong Fence Company, a locally owned First Coast business for nearly 20 years. Hurricane season is here. Don't wait for the first storm warning. Your fence is your first line of defense. Loose boards, weak posts, or damage can turn into big problems when high winds come around. Armstrong Fence Company handles repairs and builds from stadiums to backyards. Get a pre-storm fence check today. Call Armstrong Fence Company or search online. Armstrong Fence Company. Yeah, we did the fence.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still, present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch.
Back to a Coyle and Sons Wednesday. Since 1927, they've been around the block and probably fenced it too.
We sure appreciate the best fence company in town, my friends from Coyle and Sons. Frangie, Carline, and LaSelva. All right, you're off for a few days after this. Gonna hang out at the pool. Gonna hang out with the Harrells.
Yeah,
Fourth
just
of
take
July,
it easy.
4th of July is a fun weekend.
Oh,
It
absolutely.
really is.
I hope everybody's safe and has a wonderful time. And yeah, looking forward to it. We'll have a good time.
How does AJ do with fireworks?
She's not bad. So I'm not overly concerned about AJ. She's never really shown any noise sensitivity.
Okay.
Yeah, so she should be fine.
I'm guessing we're talking about a dog.
Yeah. So my bad. AJ the dog.
Yeah.
My dog loses his mind.
Pugsley does.
Oh, he loses his mind. He can't. I mean, he's afraid of anything anyway. But he will bark, yelp, run around the house. He goes crazy. He goes absolutely crazy. So I mean, so much so that there's even a sedative. We thought we
people do that.
Yeah. We I don't think we're going to give him the but he absolutely. I'll tell you this: we'll make a point to be home, just so he's not totally crazy,
tearing up the house.
Yeah, by himself. So yeah, he goes totally crazy. So what's the watching plans tonight, JJ? What's the watching?
I'm just gonna be at the house because I got the show right after, and I wouldn't want it any other way. The show's been really fun. The reaction show will be on YouTube and Twitter immediately after the game, so check me out. Hopefully, it's at 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
After a win,
Yeah.
we're not talking extra time or anything.
That's right. You got to
like
work
that.
after, so you can't get stupid drunk during the game. Can you?
Exactly,
That's right.
which is fine with me. That's fine with me.
I kind of
I
think that
have
might
drinks
be
after the
a cool
game.
shtick, though.
Yeah.
Like as like a soccer hooligan to give your instant reaction.
I have a lot of respect for Steve Griffin, so I won't do that.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah, and probably for your paycheck.
Yeah,
Okay, so
exactly.
probably for both. You're exactly right.
But after the show, I will certainly be in my cups, win, lose, or draw. I'll be celebrating or commiserating.
I'd like to think that if we do make the World Cup final, we'll all do the instant
we
reaction
probably
show.
should.
And
we'll all be drunk.
And the blood alcohol level will have to be pretty.
I think that one I'd be allowed to have.
I tell you what.
Drinks.
We
By
make
the
the
way,
World Cup final. I'll bring the bourbon. Okay, how about that?
Belgium just tied the game.
What?
2 goals in 3 minutes.
They did just tie
What
it.
a choke
It's
job.
2-2 now in the 89th minute.
You know that. Let me tell you what
wow.
happened during the break. We have it on in here. JJ said Belgium scored, and then we looked up. They scored again within the minute.
It's been like 2 minutes.
How? Well, that's what you wanted. Extra time.
I thought it would be best for the U.S. if these teams go to extra time, have to play 30 more minutes than we would. But I don't want Belgium to win, and now it's looking really bad.
Wow.
Yeah.
A header.
Life comes at you fast, man.
A header to tie this up.
And now is Frank Frangie's least favorite when he doesn't know how much
I
time
don't know.
is left.
I don't like it. Just count the clock down. I don't need all I need is I want to know how much time's left. All right. Let's say hello to Rick Ballou.
Now, the 2-minute drill is driven by nobody but Nimnik. Nimnik Chevrolet on Cassett Avenue and Nimnik Buick GMC on Phillips Highway.
Rick, I've just always wondered. I wish soccer went the other way and they count the clock down, not count the clock up and the extra minutes. That's what I would do. If they put me in charge of soccer, they're probably not going to. Yeah. That's what I would do.
The only thing crazier for me would be like if the magnificent Morocco was laying out of the ring for like 30 seconds, but Captain Lou Albano would come in and distract the ref. So it wouldn't get a 10 count. He'd be able to climb back in. Kind of look at soccer as the same way. I mean, who knows what's really going on with that clock?
Wow. By the way, this has been Senegal was up 2-0 in the closing minutes, and Belgium has scored twice, which you never see at least I've never seen.
Imagine it being Senegal right now. You have to just feel like a total kick in the you-know-what.
Oh, yeah. That's brutal.
Yeah.
I mean, hopefully they still pull it out.
Someone just get a yellow card?
Yeah, the coach.
Yeah.
Wow. Coach has got a yellow card. How about that? Does the coach wasn't happy, I take it.
I don't know why he's not happy. They just came back.
Why did he get it?
I don't know. Just saying
something.
something.
Oh, is it normally like...
Yeah, if you just curse at the ref, you get a yellow card.
Maybe they'll hire Aaron Boone. He could be available.
Aaron Boone would be the most yellow carded out of all the managers in baseball.
Yes, he probably would. Rick, how you doing, buddy?
I'm good.
You watching? Are you into the soccer a little bit?
Oh yeah, I've been watching it. Last time around, I guess the game didn't have the importance, obviously, of what tonight has, but the field just felt a little bit tilted in that game, and I thought the United States had an opportunity to win it, but they lost it late. So we'll see what happens tonight. They're a huge favorite here against Bosnia. I mean, minus 275.
Massive.
So
what's coming up on the show?
We got a lot of good things coming up tonight. We do. John Osher's going to visit with us. I got some comments tonight that I want to dive into about just how shallow college football is. And what I mean by that is no one takes a chance. Okay. Top 5 teams all have 2 things in common: a returning quarterback, who's probably a Heisman Trophy candidate,
correct,
and one of the best coaches in the game. It's amazing. The NFL, I mean, you can have a down season and still take Andy Reid and say he's the first, second, third best coach. 3 years ago, Mike Norvell was considered the second best coach in football, behind Nick Saban. No one takes any chances in college football. It's freaking bionic.
Can't wait to
and
watch.
I've had it.
I can't wait to listen. All right, Rick Ballou, that's what he's going to talk about. So, all right. Enjoy your weekend,
yes,
your 4-day
too.
weekend, and then I will not see you next week.
That's right. Have
I'll
a great
be on
vacation.
So I'll see you in
a
about
week from Monday, I guess.
a week from Monday. In about 10 days, we'll do this little show again. Folks, enjoy the soccer tonight. JJ has the instant reaction on our social channels the minute it's over. I expect you all to be watching. He does a great job with that. JJ, have fun with that.
Thank you.
We'll be on tomorrow live from the Bregan Baseball Complex at Fort Family Park. Come out and see us. All kind of baseball stuff going on, all kind of patriotic stuff going on. We hope you'll come out and say hello. Rick Ballou is next. This is 1010XL and 92.5 FM.